the Viper hover there. We'll see if I wonder if they're ever actually gonna, if he's ever gonna lock that in for this map. I don't expect it, but it would be neat. So far, just some early poking going on by by Fountain, excuse me, and we've got one player to hold B long for 100 Thieves. That's Steel. He's peeking out for info. He doesn't even get tagged, and he calls the push already.
It looks like it's going to come in quite fast. Hookah, though, not available. It's closed for renovations. Ethan puts up the ice wall and then backs away. He's got Steel to watch his back as the lineup right now from Sentinels will come from over towards Garden. There you go. First kill comes from Tens. He doesn't have the Sheriff in hand, but that's fine. He's got the Ghost. Sick finds one of his own. And Sentinel's entry to the site, well, it's working out in their favor. Spike will also go down. This is more akin to the tempo on attack that we saw from Sentinels on Haven. And if they want to keep this one close and possibly even win it, as there is some doubt from the analysts, they're going to need to emulate that speed on Haven. As for Tens up in Hookah, well, there's a smoke in front of him. He'll have to fight his way out of that position. Sick at a pivotal spot. He's playing inside a garden. He's got the Astra right next to him of Zombs. Added insurance policy. A bait onto the Smite. Great shot from Asuna as he now looks for more. Beautiful onto a second. Can't get a third. Dapper shuts him down. 10 springs in and will immediately back away as the Sentinels swat 100 Thieves off of the Spike and out of the sight. And they start off with yet another pistol win.
So this is reminding me already, and we're only one round in, mind you, but that round reminds me a lot of Haven, and here's why. Sentinels got that spike planted, and they played the post plant so far back. You can see it right here. Look at how much control they give to 100 Thieves, but it was the right amount to much because it was used too early, because 100 Thieves expected more firm control on B site itself. But nope, Sentinels were playing far back, playing for a retake on their own planted spike. Aggressive play from Asuna, and he'll pick up one. Tens with the leer to try and force out the fight for his favor. He'll win it, but he's traded out by Nitro. The aggression here from 100 Thieves is so far paying off, but Sick is going to try and punish. He'll be successful. Steel rees onto Zombs elsewhere. Spike down now, and it's just Dapper in a 1 versus 1 against Hiko. Weapon advantage and HP advantage. He can land the shots, and that's 3 for him in the round. Sentinels, they come...
Well, at this point, your losing bonus has kicked in. 100 Thieves will now have some firepower. But just like we saw in Haven, if they don't prevail here, and things are already looking pretty grim for them as Steel dies very early on, Sentinels looking to take up control over towards B, but no showstopper. In fact, it's Ethan who stops it. The rest of the team is in for some fun, putting Hiko and Nitro having to retake, and they're going to be coming from their spawn. No spike down, not just yet. Nice shot from Tens, and Nitro's position is given away too. He's going to run. Location revealed as it shows on your screen. A potential save for Nitro? We'll see. Spike needs to be planted. They fall off at the matchup right now. It took 5 rounds for 100 Thieves to get themselves on the board. Very quick tempo established by Sentinels on attack. Objective play, extraordinary as well. Winning in terms of damage being done, winning in terms of the economy, winning in terms of overall strategy and execution. And so far, I mean, it's only 3 rounds, but that's what it looks like is happening here too. Now, as for Sentinels, they look to be shaping up for an A push. Like we've seen before, they've got one body sent over towards B, possibly to distract, but 100 Thieves know that an A take is coming, and they're lined up for it perfectly.
Actually took a lot of damage by showers, but it's actually going to be Hiko who dies first. Tens trying to take a second, and he is not going to manage it. The entry in through short working out really well, but it's a rotate through the teleporter, and now a play for B. Ethan peeking from U-Haul, and he'll get 2 with the Sheriff. Huge kills, and that's actually going to bring 100 Thieves straight into this round. Ethan and Asuna now in a 2 versus 3, but it's post-plant here. They do have rifles, though, so it's better than it looked earlier.
There's an ult popped up by Dapper. They'll have to wade right in and see if they can deal damage close up to the Viper. Buying time. Dapper and Zombs both in that cloud covering over top of the spike. Timer will continue to tick away. Tens' position not nearby. He's going to come up late on a flank and possibly catch somebody as he's playing down by Fountain. Asuna has a bit of hesitation right now. Spotted 1-2. Transfer from Zombs cleans up the site.
By though, and they're going to have an operator as well in the hands of Steel as he peeks out through mid.
Oh, and he connects with it beautifully. Won't be able to get back to safety though as Shazam ends his reign. Ethan went on to Sick. Ethan now will back up inside a hookah, denying entry from anybody else, lest they shoot the wall in front of him. And Ethan will sit over top of it and wait, just watching very carefully. He gets tagged by the owl, so Ethan is in rough shape, at least in terms of positioning, but he'll try to slow them as best as he can. Is he going to get sucked in? What exactly is happening with Ethan's position, and who from Sentinels is going to be the one that's going to pressure him? As Ethan does have a decided advantage when it comes to the angle, but whoever peaks first does tend to win these engagements more often than not.
You can see the rotation as well from 100 Thieves. They've already positioned 2 players by elbow. They're going to be able to retake into B when that comes to that fight, and it seems like Sentinels are going to commit.
They do so perfectly. The wall falls, and then Ethan goes down with it, giving Sentinels some more breathing room, but it's a 3v3, so you've got breathing room in hookah. You grab the spike and you decide, we don't want B site no more. No, we want A. It's going to be Asuna assuming the position up in heaven, and nice shot, beautifully done. Through the wall, and out go will those paint shells too. Looking to do some more damage. Showstopper pulled out. Slow, waiting. Time at half. No spike being dropped just yet, waiting for the sound cue, and the rocket gets fired away, but it doesn't matter. There's no target in his line of sight. Asuna now has another advantage in an angle, and he'll play next to the one portion of the boxes that you can't shoot through. Nice pre-fire from Dapper, who's now going to go for that spike planted down. Nitro and Hiko working together. Some decay, but they're back to full HP. Side by side. In the sight. Trying to get intel. Dapper waiting. More of that obscuring poison in front of their very eyes. But the toxin is low. Well, they'll need to reset. Nitro through U-Haul. He gets tagged by Shazam and brought down, leaving Hiko to try and clutch one for Hiko. He's going to go for the spike. Do they know it? Is he baiting it out? Oh, he is, or at least he's trying to. He falls off, and Dapper punishes him with the execute. 5 in a row for the Sentinels.
Wow, what a snake bite there from Dapper to get the kill onto these. We're going to be able to manage that one. But Sentinels just better in the round, and specifically Dapper, so masterfully played on the plant and the post plant. You gotta love the awareness from the man.
As soon as just pushed out of showers, and will now send out a boombot to try and find if anybody's in there. Tens is far enough back. Doesn't know if the boombot will have an escort. Answer that question. No, it's not. So Tens will wait as Sentinels have a very commanding lead at the moment, and the economy is well broken for 100 Thieves. They are in a rough spot, and well, a couple rounds before they were set up quite well. The problem is that you can be set up as best as you want, but if you are not able to just simply overpower your weapons or overpower your opponents based on the weapons you have, then you are going to be in rough shape. All the while, Sentinels liked an A take, but they've now lined up to go for B.
Yeah, this is going to be, I think, an easy commit because there's only 2 players here for 100 Thieves. Now, again, their economy pretty busted right now, so no matter what, this should be a pretty easy execute. They'll get the first leadoff kill, and there's no read from Steel, meaning this is a 3-on-5 retake.
It's going to go from bad to worse there. So in will charge the Sentinels, watching towards spawn. Bullets flying in through the smoke, at least giving information as the spike gets planted. Final 30 seconds of the round. A leer thrown at ankle level from Tens. Dapper collects 2, a third lined up, and it's all his. A flawless round. 6-0 for the Sentinels. Good lord.
Yeah, I mean, that was... I mean, you expect that result, obviously, given statistically a very defender-sided map for both teams. So the fact that Sentinels are winning these attacks so consistently does not bode well for 100 Thieves in the overall outcome of this BO3.
A spray in through the smoke will connect as Dapper gets his team that opening duel and first pick as is needed. It's waiting for the smoke to disappear, and they'll see if there's anybody else waiting to challenge from that angle. The Sage of Ethan was next in the line of fire for the Viper of Dapper, but Ethan is now just going to play around that angle, and he'll lose some vision. But just dance to the right of the smoke that's popped up. Asuna has paint shells in hand. Out will go that grenade, and the bounce. Well, nice shot from Asuna onto Sick, and will stop the advance that was coming through Hookah, at least for a time being. Maybe not stop, maybe just slow. Somebody goes up top. That's the boombot. It'll continue to try and find anybody if they drop from Hookah, but 100 Thieves know where most of the players of Sentinels are coming from, and they are all trapped in roughly the same area.
There's a cosmic divide, so there's definitely opportunity for Sentinels to cut this apart, but it's just a straight head-on-head. The one advantage that Sentinels has is that Steel is still over by Showers, so they could commit, but it looks like they want to try and rotate. With only 30 seconds left, that's going to be a tenuous rotation. They are going to be limited on time.
There's going to just be a series of dry peaks, it looks like, unless something magic happens. And there it is. Maybe it's the Astra ult. So Zombs and now the Viper ult to join in as well. Mass confusion will ensue on the site. They'll all creep up, try and take up as much ground as possible. Ethan's shots do not land. Dappers and Zombs do, but Asuna's good enough. He go on top of Tens. He's silenced. They'll need to get that spike down immediately as it was on 5 seconds. Steel with Operator in hand, but he's not going to be able to see anything, so he switches it out for a Phantom, and in he goes. He doesn't see anything. He'll pop his own ult, and then a Cage goes out too, using his utility, but Zom says, thanks, but no thanks. You can use all of that, but I'm going to take matters into my own hands. It's 7 rounds in, and her importance and impact has not been as strong as it is now. When you try to work a new agent into your lineup, there are things that you need to shift, and it can possibly take a lot of play days for that to happen in a lot of events, and you won't begin to see teams really get a good feeling for how that agent is going to work.
Yeah, and we are seeing a little bit of that old versus new meta here right now, as Sentinels are not only just bringing the Viper, but also the Astra, and it's making a big difference in their control potential. Those 2 ults last round were huge. Asuna pushing out of Showers, and he's going to get back with the escort of Hiko. So now early pick for 100 Thieves, and they will not give Sentinels an opportunity to get the refrag, choosing to play for the round win.
Slow push now through Showers. The ult orb in front of them. You're going to try and bait it out and maybe see if someone from 100 Thieves wants that fight, wants that engagement. Both teams being very patient right now.
Nowhere to run.
But the ults will probably signal the action, and that's what it seems to, as Dapper gets a little bit more aggressive, but directly to his right sits Sick. So you're gonna, or rather, sits Asuna, so you're gonna need to be especially careful on this one. Only 5 HP though. Frenzy, not doing enough damage. Dapper's there, and he's better in that fight. They trade the spike out and only have 25 seconds to be able to get it down. Showstopper fired from inside of Showers. Sick trying to dislodge some of the players from 100 Thieves. Now their own intel coming in from Sova. As Nitro needs to be very careful not to get hit with this blast. He gets taken down by the Phantom in hands of Sick, and now the spike is going down too. Plenty of time. Just a couple seconds close to the point of no return. Still inside a U-Haul, but Ethan manages to catch Shazam looking the wrong way. Out goes the slow orb, and Sick is prepared and ready for the possible peak. A pre-fire does not connect. He's got backup. Ethan wins that fight. All of a sudden, things are breaking in favor of 100 Thieves. And Zoms, well, he's in trouble. Unable to shoot the wall fast enough. He'll go for the reload, but his position is given away. The game might be up at this point, and indeed it is. Finally, 100 Thieves capitalize off of that and take their first round.
Wow. It took them a while, but 100 Thieves are on. We're going to see, hopefully, a little bit more of a contest here.
I mean, you're still not out of the woods if you're 100 Thieves, by the way. Just trying to set expectations for everybody. But this is going to be as close a round as we've had so far throughout this entire matchup. Or at least on this map. So, going through U-Haul, there's one of the Owl drones. It has information. Nitro pops away. Paranoia goes out. Tens is just a little bit too slow. Asuna was lined up and ready there as he'll try to stop them from advancing in that particular position. Ethan with a wall as both teams will trade out. Asuna and Zoms are off of the board. One for 100 Thieves and one for Sentinels.
That trade is very telling, though, and it's actually going to be a stick, though, from Sentinels. They go for the plant. They might be able to make this happen, but Hiko stops it. Tens does get the re. Spike in hand. He can teleport to B as they know it's mostly clear, but Steel with the push-up on market is actually going to stop that rotation for the most part. Ethan with the big res. Asuna back on the board means that this is a 2 versus 4 now, and Nitro is in a great position thanks to his teleport, but he'll still lose the fight to Sick. Sick, speaking of it, Long is going to be marked by the camera, but he might be able to pull that out before he gets to the fight. Nice shot as Seal goes down, and Ten's getting Asuna inside of Hookah. It's now suddenly Ethan against the world. He had a big round last round. Can he do it again here? Nice shot onto Tens. He's got to challenge Long, whether he knows it or not. 72 HP for Sick, and that's going to be a heal up for Ethan. Now in a much better position. The nade out there, and it's a shot landed, but a nade landed as well. Sick with the paint shell, and Sentinels will take the round as a result.
Need that round lest you find yourselves fighting from behind again when it comes to the economy. Now the thing is that this round is another do or die for 100 Thieves. Their money situation is not great, and Steel spent a lot of money on that operator, but boy, his shiny new toy, it manages to do what it does best. 100 Thieves so far trying to stop them, but a showstopper punishes Steel. No Cypher for them. Nitro getting some shots through the smoke. He's but an inch away, taking down Zoms, fighting from the same spot, but he'll be playing to die. 100 Thieves on cleanup duty now as they will do just that. The whole site is theirs, and it's 2 in a row for
Sentinels is getting all this aggressive play out, and it's working most of the time. It just didn't work last round.
By the way, not 2 in a row. 2 of the last 3.
Well, they got 2. You know,
that's I believe that's called Ironcaster.
Yeah,
so
definitely right.
I mean, it happens. That's what they're looking for.
You can ask any caster. Never ask a caster to do math
Yeah,
on screen.
never.
Counting
and
from 1
also,
to 2,
also everybody,
really difficult.
Everybody who talks about this game, always iron.
Definitely, that is a fact.
So
you both said it now. Now who's
now what
gonna
do we
pick it
do?
up? Yeah.
Now what do we
do we just like neither of us talk?
It's just like a round of silence? No. This is, by the way, one more round after this, and the festivities will begin with Astra's ultimate. Steel's going to get sucked in and try to get out of there. He does just so. He's going to play around this immobile divide. Shoots, but misses. He was better on the shots last round. He's going to try for a second time. But no, Zombs is on top of where that spike gets planted. Eco drops sick back to a 4v4. A lot being expended here as you can see. The vision, not ideal for either of these teams. Sentinels will stand pat, try their best to gain intel as they can. Eco will just pop around the doorway. Asuna gets swung on. 10 should have no business winning that fight, yet he does anyway. Shazam with a kill onto Ethan before he repositions, and now he's going to look a little bit farther away. The good news is that he's been able to soften up these players. 4 Zombs to collapse onto one, and 10s finally hits his mark on the other. One more remaining round on this first half, and the Sentinels are up 9-2.
Wow. What a swing there from now. Once again, broken economy, 400 Thieves. Yeah, they've got some rifles, but these are desperation buys at this point. You've got 2 sheriffs here, and we've seen 100 Thieves win these thrifty rounds before, so it wouldn't be crazy to conceive that they get this one, but it's still a decided advantage for Sentinels as they start pushing up on A short.
It's going to end up being a very quickly paced attack, and they know that they're going to need to break the backs of 100 Thieves, as they've already done when it comes to economy. And, well, Asuna, he's not going to get anything on this round. We'll see him in the next half, which will be in just a matter of a minute, as Hiko in showers is waiting for a potential late push. Sentinels, though, they lose their very first casualty. It's Shazam to go down, and now an ultimate also being called in. An answer back, though, as Hiko in showers gets punished for it. Dapper will walk away with that one. A brief look into the setup from Sentinels will obviously help 100 Thieves, and good enough to get Dapper down, but these teams are just trading back and forth. The advantage still favoring Sentinels. And the other thing, too, that spike is down, which means that they're going to be working against the clock. All Ethan can really do is hope to win one of these dry peaks because he's got nothing working in his favor other than that. He's got Steel pushing the site from the other position on the map. There's Ethan with 1 onto 10s, leaving Zombs in a 1v2. Now, any momentum that you possibly carry over, you're going to need it for the next pistol round. He gets swung on by Steel. They're back from the dead. A flash coming out. Hiko trying his best with his ulti. He gets shut down. They fall off of the spike. It's just absolute chaos. Back he goes, and Ethan's not going to be able to do it. A clutch from Zombs. 10-2 is the first half for Sentinel.
To heaven by A. So, massive mind games being played there from Steel. Great positioning from 100 Thieves, but still, they just lose by a hair.
Well, they're going to be fast and aggressive this time, as now it's time for Sentinels to see what, or rather, it's time to see what we can have happen from the attackers now. Waiting to see if Sentinels can be good on defense. You pointed out, by the way, that this is usually a defender-sided map. So for that, the fact that it's 10-2 for the attackers on Sentinels, being able to exploit those weaknesses in 100 Thieves, being able to take advantage of it. And of course, the gunplay is always going to help. They've been mighty fine in these pistol rounds so far, and it is obviously costing 100 Thieves over and over again. Eco lined up to duel Dapper, and he wins that one, but his position inside of showers, well, they know where he is, and they're going to bury him in there.
Necessarily going to be the best controller as far as agents go in Viper, but it's the on and off command play that you can just kind of decide when you want to be keeping something that renders such a difference for these rounds.
Well, you've been able to trade back, and 100 Thieves looking to try to hang into this one. They find themselves staring down the barrel of a bad situation in terms of weaponry, having lost that very first pistol round, and they're also on the razor's edge of this matchup. The winner obviously moves on. 100 Thieves have a 9 matchup win streak on the line at the moment. The Sentinels themselves have 6. So no matter who loses here, that streak is going to be broken. The loser of this matchup will play up against Envy, and we'll see who it is. It still could be Sentinels, by the way, but 100 Thieves have quite a lot going for them. And they need to start quickening the pace. Now, here's the thing. Shazam is going to try to just narrow them down as best as he can. A 2v2, 45 seconds. 100 Thieves hits the teleporter, and instead they'll march over towards A. This will prompt a response from Sentinels to try and meet them there.
That toxic screen is going to be so massive as it'll start the decay, and it's going to be perfect for the exit out from showers. Control with the Molly there on the floor from Dapper.
30
A
seconds
Snake's
left.
Bite will work in delay, and now it's a full rotate solidified for Sentinels.
Dapper's watching in that area. He knows that he just saw Nitro dance around the wall. Out comes Hiko. Nitro's last up, so Dapper will have to shut him down. And with it, it could be match point. Nitro will wait for the Toxin in front of him to disappear. Peeking around, he looks to the left, but they've...
A desperation buy here for 100 Thieves at this point, as they can't lose another round, obviously. This is the last chance for them to bring this back.
You're absolutely correct. And there you go. Asuna trying it, but he can't do much when he's just getting dragged left and right. Eventually, he's punished for it. But it's actually a perfect trade. So Hookah now is 100 Thieves if they want it. Unfortunate positioning now for Tens as he loses out on that one. Ethan managing to give an advantage to 100 Thieves. He gets the orb as well. Rez is within his grasp if he plays the remainder of this round correctly. But they peel off. Superior firepower is still in the hands of Sentinels. So they've got an advantage here. And Shazam has not been moved off of his spot either.
What a fake out there. That was a fake out teleport from Nitro, but it's only one. He can only do that one. He could possibly do it another again with another shrouded step, but he's not going to. And as you can see, Sentinels have not fallen for the bait of the teleport. So now 100 Thieves will just wait, hoping for the site to free itself up.
Positioned over there as well by Garden. They'll get a pick, though it's answered back immediately. This is a tough spot for them. They've been in a lot of tough spots so far in this entire series, but they are having no problem with this round. Dapper now last one standing as the spike will get planted over on B. Dapper has access to a Spectre. He'll trade it out for a Vandal. A 1v3 to send 100 Thieves down to the lower bracket. Break their streak. Is it in the cards? He'll check his angles over by elbow. He's deprived of any utility at the moment, waiting for that Toxin to recharge. There's no idea if there's anybody up in Hookah, but he's given his position away, and the Sova of Hiko is ready for it. He knows he's there, and unfortunately for Dapper, there's just...
Now, Sentinels getting a taste of the medicine they've been dishing out to 100 Thieves throughout this entire map with the Sheriffs. Now, we saw Sentinels lock out the map on Haven with Sheriffs. Let's see if they can do it here.
Action once again coming fast and early. This time it's the Sentinels who are going to be down in terms of economy and forced off of their position. Inside of Showers, Asuna will take up as much space as he can. It's his and it's free. Sentinels have fallen back. They don't want to engage early if they can. Maybe isolating a pick here. Grabbing their weaponry, they can do something. Asuna shutting down two of them. The top performers for Sentinels historically, Tens and Sick, are out of the picture. 100 Thieves now have control of the site, and with it the spike is going to go down as well. Asuna quarterbacking this execute with the spike going down next to him. He's going to retreat to Showers and watch flank. He can also pivot over and watch Heaven Door if need be. Looks the wrong way, though. Lucky for him, Zombs isn't able to do too much damage as it's Nitro to just silence that player from Sentinels. And another two as Nitro picks up Dapper. Last one is Asuna.
Sounds so badly. Now, you're going to see some recon early on here from Shazam. He just wants to see what he's dealing with at long. He's going to drone it out as well, and he's going to find this execution from 100 Thieves. They're already stacking up outside of Hookah as well. This should be a pretty fast action.
And there it is, a showstopper fired out, collects onto Zombs, but amidst that ensuing fight, Sentinels come out ahead. Ken's waiting for the smoke to clear. Insight grabs one, Sick is another. He goes last one left. He's done for, and the streak is over.